I'm here for my Mayor's Report, Thursday, July 1st. I'm at the very end of Dublin Boulevard, and you'll notice it's at Dublin Boulevard and Fallon Road. We have extended Dublin Boulevard all the way through, along with St. Patrick Way. We think that's going to be a big benefit, obviously, for the residents that live out here and residents that want to cut through our city to take 580. It's something that's a long time awaited. We've had the barricades for a while. People have asked why we've had the barricades. First, we had to wait for the intersection to get completed. That was done in the spring. Then we had to accept formally from the developer the stoplights. That was done on June 22nd at our council meeting. So now we've got these two major streets, and these are the main arteries that were designed to do this, because in the last couple of years people have been using Gleason and Antone and cut through the neighborhoods, and that was never the intent. So now this is one good thing that we've got done here in terms of traffic. City of Pleasanton is going to be taking up the Stone Ridge Drive extension MOU at their August 24th meeting. Livermore's already committed to extending on their side, so we'll have some street arteries to help relieve congestion on 580. Another thing that will help relieve congestion on 580, of course, is the West Dublin BART. I was out there at 3 a.m. Last weekend watching them put up the pedestrian bridge, so it's great to see that plan moving forward as part of our downtown. We did our downtown study session on June 29th with our Planning Commission. Really good dialogue, a lot of good discussion. We focused primarily on the issues of traffic and also on community benefits. We accepted levels of traffic that we believe the modifications that we accepted will help increase activity. As the current codes are, it's difficult for some of the new businesses to come in because of very strict traffic standards. So we've made our traffic standards in line with neighboring cities like Pleasanton, Livermore, and Walnut Creek that have done some successful development in the downtowns. So we think now that we have a traffic standard that's a lot less restrictive, that'll help densify the downtown, which is one of our goals, to make it more pedestrian friendly. Because you've got all those vacant parking spaces, all that vacant land that's underutilized, and now if we can get some businesses within those areas, it'll be more pedestrian friendly. So that was one of the things. The other thing that we talked about was the community benefit plan to allow for the creation of plazas and pocket parks and some of those things that we've always wanted to see happen, but we haven't had a mechanism to do that. So we agreed on establishing a community benefit program. So in exchange for a business expanding its development beyond the floor area ratio that they're given under the plan, we will allow them to expand beyond that in exchange for them constructing some type of public gathering space or paying money to the city for the city to construct that. So we think that will create the mechanism to allow some of those things that we've always wanted to see happen but haven't happened, because you can't force a property owner to build something for the public. That's got to be something that they either do willingly on their own or through some other incentive that the city offers. So we think that those two things will help with our downtown. A couple other things. June 22nd, we had our council meeting. A few highlights from that meeting. We adopted the budget. We've talked a lot about the budget already. Just small cuts all across the board. So there are some impacts, but no one area being hit too hard. Prioritization, obviously, given to public safety, less than 10% of the cuts in that area, despite the fact they're over 50% of our budget. We adopted our goals and objectives program for 10-11. Very ambitious program. I'm going to be posting those goals on my website, timsobrady.net. You can also see those on the city's website as well. The capital improvement program, I referenced Fallon Road, Fallon Sports Park right up the road. That's probably one of the crown jewels of our capital program. That's going to be opening up to the public in actually mid-July. The Heritage Park also has had some delays because we decided to go in a different direction relative to the contractors. We are going to be moving forward again on that within the next month. That'll also come online in the next fiscal year. Other things with the capital program, we're looking at the extension of St. Patrick Way from Golden Gate, getting closer to Regional, which will be another major downtown connector, which will help with some of the developments that we want to see happen in that part of town next to our West Dublin Transit Center. And a stoplight at Brighton and Hammer Valley Boulevard. I think, as anyone knows, particularly with so many schools in the vicinity, Dublin High School, Wells, Frederickson, and Valley High School, that intersection a lot of times gets congested, particularly with some of the traffic with new development in the east. So now the intersection will have some stoplight that'll help with that. So those are some of the capital things. Some other just highlights from the council meeting. We adopted the recommendations from the Green Initiatives Task Force, very ambitious program. Going to be phased over a period. We obviously can't do all 36 initiatives in 1 year, but we're taking the prioritization of the recommendations that are the most cost effective, the most feasible, and have the greatest environmental impact. And then we're kind of doing it over a 5-year period. So we're going to do added the year 1 to this year's goals and objectives. So that was something I'm excited about. On the environmental front, we're also decided that we're going to go with paperless council meetings. I think if you've ever watched a council meeting on TV, you see those big binders and all that paper. We're going to get away from that. We're either going to get some computers at the desk, or we're going to get some laptops, and we're going to do things a lot more technological, a lot more environmental friendly. So that's something I'm happy about. Last thing I want to talk about, we are doing a planned development rezone of the Sierra Park, Trinity Park business area, there beyond Sierra Drive, Sierra Court, that part of town. We have some real restrictive codes, and we have some businesses that want to move in there, but the codes are very restrictive relative to industrial only. But we do have some office users that want to come in. We have the YMCA that wants to come in. So we're going to be doing a rezone there to allow some of those modifications to occur. So that's my report for today, July 1st. Have a great 4th of July.